Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a general reading, okay? This could be past, present, or future. We're just going to see where this takes us, okay? Now, with that being said, let's just get straight into it. Spirit, what is your message today? What is the message today for the collective? The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. 55. 5-5. And the Hanged Man, a moment of enlightenment, okay? This has to do with someone being left out in the cold alone, having a lack mindset. Five of Wands, a fight, a conflict, a fight breaking out, and somebody not being able to defend themselves, or somebody can't defend themselves. What the heck? Okay, what is this? What's the Five of Pentacles? Temperance, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. 25. 2255. What's the Five of Wands? The Four of Wands in reverse. The Sun, the truth is coming out about somebody not being home, not losing a home, losing stability, moving out. The Knight of Wands in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, impulsive action, forgiveness, somebody letting go of some sort of emotions. What's with all the double numbers? All right, so we have 44, 55, 22, and they're all coming out next to each other. The Ace of Swords. What's the Seven of Wands reverse? The Knight of Swords. Some sort of information. The High Priestess. The Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's a High Priestess here. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's some sort of a fated event happening here, or this is a change. Something's changing. Okay, there's a fated event happening soon or right now. And this has to do with some sort of information from a High Priestess, or your intuition told you something about some sort of information. Somebody being defenseless, somebody can't defend themselves. From a Queen of Swords in reverse. What's the Five of Pentacles? The Four of Swords. The World in reverse. Somebody can't close out a cycle. They can't complete something here. The Two of Wands, because of a choice that they made. 222. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords in reverse. No betrayal. Something to do with family. This has to do with a choice that someone made with family. No betrayal. Coming out of a betrayal, overcoming something. What is this? What's the Five of Pentacles? A child. Or somebody being innocent. Somebody being innocent, maybe. a journey, going on a journey, traveling. Somebody is traveling with a child, taking a journey with a child, or somebody is innocent, or something about traveling and the number 18. Soulmates in reverse because of a breakup. Something has to do with a breakup. Lack of partnership, no soulmate connection, someone traveling, taking a journey with a child, or someone is innocent. What is this about? What is this? It's about what somebody sees clearly now. Someone is coming out of confusion. There's no more fog. Somebody sees something clearly, but they didn't see it clearly before. Somebody didn't know what to think. They didn't have the truth. Some sort of bad news here. Somebody is not being manipulative. Somebody was not being deceptive. Somebody was not being manipulative or deceptive, and this is bad news? Why is that bad news? Because of an engagement ring. Because of an engagement ring? Hold on. Okay, somebody can't renew something. There's no rekindling something. They can't change someone's mind. Or somebody didn't change their mind. Is my light flickering? And I've had so many flickering lights here. Like, well, I mean, the hallway light always kind of turns off and on randomly by itself. I don't know why. It wasn't like that when I first moved in. And now for a couple days, the lamp in my bathroom has been flickering. And now this one is flickering, I swear. Okay, so something weird is going on here. What are you trying to tell me about? I mean, who is this about? What exactly is this about? It's about someone traveling. It's about someone moving forward. We have Leo, Cancer energy here. Somebody moving forward determinedly. Someone traveling. 8 of Swords. Somebody getting someone trapped. This is reminding me of my Leo reading that I did with Leo coming out strength, where I was talking about somebody like being out on the water when the tsunami hits. Like, that's kind of what this is giving me. Okay, I don't know. A choice that someone made to move forward determinedly. The Queen of Cups. It has to do with a message, a letter, a document. Okay, what are you trying to tell someone here about this message? Thoughts. Somebody thinking about a message. Somebody was thinking about a message. They're thinking about a letter. They're thinking about a document. What are they thinking about it? Somebody doesn't want the truth to come to light. Somebody doesn't want the truth to come to light. Being strategic, taking a chance, a risk. Somebody thought that someone was going to be strategic and take a chance, take a risk because they didn't want the truth to come out. The truth about what? The truth. Confirmation. Man. Queen of Cups here. All right. Somebody doesn't want the truth to come out. Somebody's being strategic. This is about protecting someone. So you were protected by a spirit. I feel like there's a spirit here that came through and protected you. Okay, confirmation with the knock. There's an angel that came through and protected you from something. From someone that was going to take some sort of action here. They were planning on doing something here. The pathway. Yeah, your pathway needed to be clear, okay? So there's a spirit here or an angel that made sure that your pathway is clear. Your pathway to a message, a letter, a document is clear. Okay. Why is that important here? Because somebody made a choice. What's the choice that someone made? They made a choice to be a false person. Or did someone think you were being a false person? Privileged lady in reverse. This has to do with someone being a false person, someone that's greedy, materialistic, vain, somebody being in poverty, taking a journey because of poverty, being broke, lacking money. This has to do with somebody making a choice because they're broke or they're in debt or they're lacking finances. They're greedy, they need money. This could have to do with a family situation. The star in reverse. This has to do with a lack of hope, a lack of faith. Somebody didn't have faith. Somebody didn't have any hope. Okay. The Knight of Cups. When it comes to someone being generous to someone or wanting to help someone, wanting to give something out of kindness. So is this like someone not trusting your intention? Okay. The Seven of Wands, yeah, being defensive. Being defensive because they don't have faith. Yeah, the Hangman in reverse, stuck in a perspective, stuck in a mindset. So somebody here got themselves stuck in a mindset, in a perception. Okay, that's kind of what's been coming out anyways the last couple of days or yesterday anyways. Is that someone here didn't have faith. They didn't believe. They didn't have trust. You could have wanted to approach this person and give them something from your heart, okay? Maybe you wanted to help someone or just from your heart. It came from your heart space, all right? You had good intention here. You had good intention, okay? But there's someone here that started getting defensive maybe towards you because they didn't trust you. Yeah, it's a lack of trust. It's a lack of faith, a lack of trust. And because there's someone around you, confirmation, that had this weird perception of you, where they started to doubt you, or they didn't trust you, or they didn't have faith in some sort of way, it's like there was an angel that had to step in to protect you. That's what this feels like. Okay, from what? I don't know, but a Queen of Pentacles. From a Queen of Pentacles. Who's this? The Emperor in reverse and a family. This has to do with an Emperor in the reverse and their family. Someone being controlling, pushy, overpowering, mean, acting out of ego. being hot-headed, angry because of family. Yeah, a choice. All right. So this person ended up making a choice to have you imprisoned or to have you stuck or to have you surrounded. The Chariot, they moved towards this. Who is this person? So let me get this straight. The Tower, let me get this straight. You and the collective have good intention. You have good intention. Okay? You want to come towards someone and do something nice for them or help them or, you know, just you're doing this from your heart. You're following your heart space. Okay? You have good intention. And because this person doesn't trust you, they make a choice to have you stuck and trapped to the point where an angel had to step in and protect you because they didn't trust you. Empress in the reverse. A Queen of Cups. This has to do with somebody making a choice to have someone imprisoned, someone trapped because of someone traveling with a child, or somebody is traveling, going somewhere, but they're innocent. Yeah, you're innocent. And why is that important? Because of a King of Pentacles and somebody losing an inheritance, losing a lot of money, losing some sort of abundance here, okay? What happened here? Something about doing anything for money, being greedy, being financially unstable, materialistic, being vain because of somebody not receiving something, not getting some sort of money. Yeah, something about being broke, being in poverty, being in lack, being in debt, needing finances, not receiving something, being greedy, losing money. Losing a lot of money. Okay, so why are you showing, Spirit, why are you showing this to someone here? The Four of Swords. This has to do with a plan, what somebody was working on here. A moment of enlightenment with a plan, what somebody was, what you were thinking about, something about your thoughts, what you were keeping to yourself, your plan. Okay. The Moon. Yeah, the secret that you were keeping here. The secret that you were keeping about some sort of financial news or doing something hidden because of some sort of financial news. So is that why someone didn't trust you or they didn't have any kind of faith, or what is that about? A date. You kept something hidden about a certain date. I feel like that's a date in the calendar. Okay. Working on it in reverse because you didn't want someone to sabotage this. Yeah, why you didn't want somebody to sabotage something, or something about not working on something, or you didn't want someone to know what you were working on. Something with a date, a certain date. You didn't want someone to know what you were working on with a date. Or not telling someone else what you're working on. So, okay, so why is that important? Because of somebody watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception. Because of what somebody sees. Because of somebody stalking you. Okay, yeah. So maybe you don't want anyone to know what you're working on, or you don't want anyone to know about a certain date because you know that people are watching you and stalking you and hacking you and terrorizing you, okay? So you might have not wanted for anyone to know what you were working on because of stalking, watching, hacking. Yeah, that's what something might have been about, okay? So I feel like this kind of takes me back to my readings now the last couple of days. So you're trying to hide something that you're working on because you know that you're being watched, you know that you're being surveilled, you're being stalked and maybe even hacked, okay? So you're trying to keep something under wraps because you don't want everyone to know what you're working on because it's important, okay? Now, someone, I guess, catches wind of you doing something secretly, or that you're trying to keep something a secret about some sort of financial news, and they start to distrust you, okay? They don't trust you anymore. They don't want to have your offer. They're like, no, stay away from me. Like, I don't know what you're trying to give me, kind of a thing. It's like, what do they think you're hiding? Okay, you just don't want the ops to get this financial news. That's it. Like, what do they think you're hiding here? I don't know. Okay. So that's kind of strange. All right. What is this fight about? 5 of Wands. A fight breaking out. The Magician. The Devil. And the 4 of Pentacles. Control. Yeah, for you, it's about control. Like, you don't want... So you're working on something, okay? And you want to make sure whatever this is gets into the right person's hands, or you know that there's someone that's going to try and control the narrative or control this information in some sort of way, right? So that's why you're being secretive. Because you know somebody's going to try and control the narrative. They're going to try and switch something around again, okay? Or they're going to try and steal something from you, switch it out, change it around, flip it around, and then they have it under their control, their thumb. That's why you feel the need to have to do something so secretive. Okay? Because you know there's people that are going to try and start a fight, like they always do, all right? A mature man. Okay, a mature man. Working on something, right? So this could have to do with a mature man, what a mature man is working on, or a mature man's occupation, all right? What's that about? The truth coming out. About this person thinking that you're being manipulative because you're not innocent. I really feel like that's what it is. So they didn't get... They misunderstood something, apparently. All right. So you're being secretive. Again, you're working on something here. It's important. All right. But you know you're being watched. You know you're being stalked. You know you're being hacked. Okay. You know you're under constant surveillance by who, God knows who. Okay. So you want to keep this a secret because you don't want the wrong people to find out about it. And because you're so secretive about it, there's a mature man working on something here that all of a sudden stops trusting, doesn't have faith, doesn't trust you, thinks you're being manipulative and secretive because you're not innocent. Not innocent when it comes to what? Okay, so I don't know if this is like a wake-up call moment for someone. I don't know. Because they're like, this is like someone that, it feels like paranoia. Like they're super paranoid about you, and I don't understand why. Because you said you were going to do something alone. Focus on self, because you said something about keeping it to yourself, or you're working on something alone. Because you wanted to work on something alone, or you said to do something alone. Okay? Or keep something to yourself, or you were keeping something to yourself, or this person didn't know what you were keeping to yourself. Mirroring each other. Relationships reflect our wounds. Introspection. Something about something being mirrored. Okay. Wedding rings. Something about keeping something to yourself, right? So, okay, so again, it's like the same energy again. So because you are keeping something to yourself, because of people watching, looking, stalking you, and trying to figure out what you're up to, because you're working on exposing the truth, and you being secretive only has the one purpose of protecting yourself and making sure whatever this is doesn't get into the wrong hands, okay? Because of this energy, this person thinks that you are, I don't know what, like hiding something on purpose, or being you're also a liar, a deceiver, a manipulator. Like this person thinking you're a snake. Again, same energy. I just don't get it. The Sun. Poverty. Okay, the truth is coming out now about poverty. Okay, something about you being in poverty, or somebody being in poverty, being in debt, having money problems, or maybe this is even like being alone, like coming alone. Okay, what's that about? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it has to do with somebody having something in their control, having something in their possession. The Sun. Now that somebody has something in their possession, now they see the truth. Okay, I don't know. That's kind of what it gives me though. The Knight of Wands. The truth about someone taking some sort of action. The reason why you are being so manipulative and so sneaky, okay, is because there was an Ace of Pentacles here. So some sort of an object, maybe even some sort of evidence, okay? Some sort of a blessing, an investment of some kind. And you knew that other people were also trying to win at all costs. You knew that other people were going to try and steal this, get this in their hands, try and win at all costs, you know, get one over, play mind games. So you must have felt like you have to do the same thing to make sure that this thing is safe. All right. The Eight of Pentacles, yeah, the plan, okay? The plan, that's what it was all about. The plan, no fear. When you took action here, you didn't have any fear. You didn't take this action out of fear. You did not take any kind of action out of fear. You were not scared at all because you knew you were doing the right thing. The actions that you took, the plan that you made had nothing to do with fear. Nothing. It wasn't manipulation. You were not being manipulative. It's not your fault that someone couldn't trust you or see your true intentions behind something. Right? And honestly, I really feel that there was a spirit that actually had to step in and make sure that you fulfilling this, you getting this plan through, or you finishing this mission, it had to be protected by a spirit because people didn't trust you. Okay. I don't know, man. What is this Four of Wands reverse? The Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Something about working extremely hard. Okay, somebody putting all of their strength into something here. Working overtime, working really hard on a plan, on a strategy. Trying to be practical. Trying to be strategic here. The strength in reverse. Feeling like you have no strength. Feeling weak. Being in your ego, what is that about? The Magician, what someone is trying to create. Yeah, something about disarming the enemy, okay? Or making sure, like, look, High Priestess, yeah. It has something to do with why this strategy, okay? It's like the overtime, I feel like, was not just with you, but it was also with spirit. Like the divine was working almost overtime by making sure that this plan runs smoothly in some sort of way. And it has to do with disarming the enemy, or making sure that, you know, yeah, something about that Leo reading, man. Because that came out the same exact way in that Leo reading. It's like making sure that when something goes down, when something happens, like that everyone is disarmed. That they're disarmed. You know, and it's like, so you're working overtime here, trying to get past your enemies, trying to get past your ops, because you're trying to do the right thing. You have this object in your hand that you're trying to get somewhere, right? And you know you're being stalked, and you know you're being watched, and you know you're being hacked, and you're trying to make sure that this gets into the right person's hands. And then Spirit's also got to make sure that the people that you're coming towards also are disarmed because they don't trust you. That's what I feel. Okay. Something about being heartbroken over a relationship, okay? Death in reverse. Something's not over, something's not ending, there's no transformation because of someone feeling heartbroken by a relationship. What's that about? Love in reverse. Yeah, somebody felt like you didn't love someone, or this was not out of love, you weren't acting out of love. What? I mean, where did this come from? Like, how did this person think so? I feel like someone thought so badly of you. I'm just wondering why, okay? Because of a breakup, Six of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, somebody thought that you don't have any love, you don't love someone, you don't have any care, no compassion, no empathy, you're not innocent. Somebody was judging you. Something about a bad reputation, or seeing you in a bad light, falling from grace, not innocent, a breakup. Okay. The Devil. Somebody thought you were toxic, King of Wands. Somebody thought you were toxic, obsessive, jealous, evil, that you had malicious intent. Is that what this is, really? At a house. You had bad intentions at a house? Uh-huh. A wealthy man at a house. Thinking. That's what they thought, okay? That's what they thought. So all of a sudden they start thinking, whoever this is that you're trying to approach them, they start thinking that you have malicious intent. What do they think you're there for? You're just there to, you know, you've got this thing, this thing you're working on, like, that's it, man. What the heck do they think that you're there for? Temperance. It doesn't even matter, because spirit and your angel, and I don't know what was protecting you on that day. If it's Archangel Michael, if it's God, if it's an ancestor, if it's a spirit, there was an angel that protected you on that day from whatever this person's fear was. Because honestly, I don't know what this person was planning. I mean, this could just be a metaphor, right? Just a metaphor, just an analogy. It's kind of given me like you're coming towards someone with an open heart, wanting to give them something, to help them or to be nice to them. And because they don't trust you, they're standing there with a gun pointed at you. To the point where spirit had to step in and protect you from them. Because they don't trust you. Okay, well. That's the truth? Guns blazing, huh? This is like you trying to do the right thing and somebody is planning on having you surrounded? Snipers in the bushes kind of a thing? Because they don't trust you? Ace of Swords, that's the truth, huh? Okay, defenseless. Manipulation. Somebody was being manipulated, or false information, or they thought you were being manipulative, lying. Ace of Wands in reverse. Not taking action. A missed opportunity here. Nine of Wands. Yeah, for your protection. That's why. For your protection. Maybe you had to be protected from a King of Wands, all right? Maybe you had to be protected from this person. Because this person had a fear, because they were freaked out and scared over something, all right? And you were just coming to them. You just wanted to come to them and give them something innocent. Yeah, innocent. It's like, here, I have this for you. It's innocent. I come in peace, literally. I come in peace, okay? You're the Page of Cups coming to someone in peace with something that you're holding in your hand. And it's like, here, I want to give this thing to you because I trust you with it. And they turn around and say, oh, you want to give me something? Well, I don't trust you. And I'm going to have my sniper in the bush here waiting for you. Is that really what this shit is? And you came in peace. You came in peace. Page of Cups is, I'm here in peace. And I just want to give you something that I feel like I can trust you with. I can trust you with this. Like, isn't that, I mean, it's kind of sad because I feel like you as a person have trust issues, right? You have trust issues. So you feel like you can trust this person and you might feel like they're the only one you can trust. And then they turn around and they don't trust you. Okay, well, to the point where there's spirit that had to step in and protect you from someone else's distrust. Wow. Because you were about to be somewhere defenseless. Defenseless. What's the Seven of Wands reverse? A main male. And a main female. Okay, main male, main female. And a great fortune, 26. 26. Had to make sure that someone's path was clear. 26, a butterfly, an angel. Someone had to make sure that someone's path was clear here. Had to make sure that when you do whatever you were supposed to do, what Spirit told you to do, what God told you to do, your directions, your mission, that there is no fucking sniper waiting in the bush at the end of that road, really, okay? Wow. High Priestess. That the King of Wands doesn't call on a sniper, really, or have a gun pointed at you at the end of the road, really, okay? Because you would have been defenseless. This is not protection, okay? This was not protection. Something about you holding something in your hand, all right? Yeah, something about you holding something in your hand, you feeling like this needs to be safe. This needs to be kept safe. You want to give it to a specific person that you feel like will keep it safe because you don't know who to trust with it. And then that person puts you in a position where you're not protected, where everything is not protected, where you're not protected, and the thing that you're working on is not protected. I mean, okay. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, something about being greedy, financially unstable, doing anything for money, okay? Not doing something alone. The 4 of Swords in reverse. Or maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's why this person didn't trust you, okay? Maybe you told this person, come alone. Come alone. And they're like, oh my God, why do they want me to come alone? Not for what you were thinking, that's for sure. Knight of Cups. Yeah, not for what you were thinking. Didn't have a malicious intent behind it, okay? So if you told someone, hey, I need to meet with you, and can you please come alone? It didn't have a malicious intent, okay? There was no malicious intent behind it at all. It was actually just to keep something safe, and it was based off of trust. You didn't have any kind of malicious intent at all. The Queen of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. The Knight, yeah, that was just a fear. That was a fear. Hanged Man, moment of enlightenment. That you were just trying to be nice to this person or give them something or come towards them from a heart space. Okay, you were just trying to help them with something or you felt like you could trust them. And they got freaked out. All right, so what's the point of this reading? I feel like this reading is just about letting you know that you're being protected by angels. You really are. Because you don't have malicious intent. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I'm telling you. It's not a joke. I'm not making this up, okay? The Magician in reverse. I'm not making it up. Strength. Where does your strength come from? From the divine, from God, from Archangel Michael, okay? There is a deity, there is a God, there is a goddess, there is the divine consciousness of love around you, protecting you at all times, telling you where to go, what to do, you know, giving you the information when you need it to protect you and keep you safe. Because you are innocent, you have no malicious intent, you come in peace, okay? And someone here got tricked. Yeah, you want to know why? Okay, so someone someone outside of you ended up getting tricked to make sure that your pathway is clear. Because they were freaked out and scared and they were about to do something stupid, and your pathway was supposed to be clear. Yeah. You had no malicious intent. You had no malicious intent whatsoever. No, you didn't. You came in peace. Okay? And that's why your road had to be clear. Because why, when you are walking with God and you are walking with Archangel Michael and with Archangel Gabriel and with Archangel Metatron and your ancestors and your past over loved ones, and you know you didn't do anything wrong, you come in peace, wanting to do the right thing, why should you walk down a path where someone doesn't trust you and they're waiting there to have you surrounded? Like, what the fuck? No malicious intent. So I guess this person is seeing that now. The sun, okay? They thought you were being sneaky. They thought you were trying to get away with something. They thought you were being a liar. They thought you were being deceptive. But you're innocent. Okay? Here's what you were being so sneaky about. Here's what you were trying to do sneakily without nobody figuring out what it is. Some sort of news, some sort of evidence, financial news, some sort of tangible object you can hold in your hand. That's what you were being so sneaky about? Really? They're probably looking at this thing that you just passed over, looking like, that's what it was? Yeah, that's it. What did you think it was? What did you think it was? I'm confused. You just want to do the right thing. That's it. You just want justice. That's all. All you want is justice. Like, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing here, okay? And something to do with the past. This has to do with money, a lot of money. Something happening in the past with a lot of money, whatever this is, okay? Some sort of a legacy here. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing, karma. Karma. Destiny, fate. Yeah, whatever you did here, that was part of your destiny. You were supposed to do this. Okay? So anybody that gets in the way of you fulfilling your destined path to justice and doing the right thing and protecting the innocent, they're going to get confused. Spirit is going to step in and confuse them so that your path is clear. All right? Yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.